Wabowia, Wayabota, Wabebe Nerehai. Today is the season 2 of our soul expression. Yes. And in this season 2, we are going to be talking about unproductive men and the pains they carry. Because so many people out there don't know the pains unproductive men are carrying. So please help me share it. Share it. While I play some music. And invite friends, of course. Nobota, I miss you too, Mr. Ifosa. A lot of things have taken me away lately from a lot of people. Wayabota.
I was born by the river.
Please share it.
In a little tent. Like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. 'Cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh yes it is. Then I go to my brother. And I say, brother, help me please. But he wind up knocking me back down on the knees. There've been times that I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is, yes it is. I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able, Father, to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know change gonna come. Oh, yes it is, yes it is, yes it is. Said I know that a change
everybody. Wayabota. Wababy ne high. Today, today we are sharing something that a lot of people have not really been paying attention to. I have shared. Oh, thank you so much, Uwa. Please share it so the more people see it, the more people can benefit from it. Yes. Unproductive men and the pains they go through. This is a very interesting topic. It's a topic that it can take months, weeks to really break it down. But I'm going to try, Roberta Evans. I'm going to try to just make it short. Meanwhile, feel free to also call in to make like your own contribution in this discussion we're doing today. Because so many people don't really understand the pains unproductive men are going through. What people just see is the general structure that the society have programmed the mind of the people to see. Before we go into unproductive men, let's touch a little bit on what is a man in a summary, of course, because a man is a very deep subject on its own. The nature of a man, a real man, is to be a provider and a protector of himself and his household. Okay. If I'm just summarizing it, of course, if the nature of a man is to be a provider and a protector, what now happen when that man cannot provide? Because don't forget, when we talk about providing, it has a lot to do with yourself first. It has a lot to do with your family. Buonasera, Luisa. It has a lot to do with your society. It has a lot to do with your household and things you connect with. So when a man stop being productive, then it means now that man is working and functioning, but in the other aspect, in the other side of his true nature. And what are the things that really is the big pain of unproductive men? We live in the world today where when we talk about productiveness, it's something now that so many people have misunderstood. And because of the basic knowledge of what productivity really is, so many men now have fallen a victim of these pains because they don't really understand what is productivity or how to really be productive. When people hear the word productive, the first thing some people always think is just, make children or make a baby. That is another separate aspect in this type of pains I'm talking about. Don't forget, this season is a soul expression. And when we say soul expression, it means we are helping ourselves to be free to express our authentic self that is always hidden because of one or two reasons. One of the reasons are because you don't want people to know your weakness. You don't want people to see you as they'll not lack respect for you. Uneducated people do that a lot. When they know your truth, then they stop respecting you. They stop respecting you. That's why you see a lot of people are so fake today. Because when you express your true self, your soul, in the society of today, then you are most likely to be labeled. Then you are most likely to be tagged and put in a position which sometimes you don't really even belong. But they keep putting you there. Why? The structure of today's society is completely based on challenge and struggle, competition, ego self, trying to show I am better, you are better, I am more smart, and you are not smart. So all these different chaos of today's society, has created a lot of damages also, has created a lot of pains also, has created a lot of broken spirit and broken mind. Why is it so? If the nature of a man is to be productive, provide and protect for himself and people around, then when that process of growth is not going the way it should naturally be, then something is wrong there. Then something is not right. Then something is not balanced. But regardless whether something is wrong, something is not balanced, you as the man, you still have to be able to find yourself even in that midst of chaos. Oh, sorry, I had to call you back. Hello, good evening.
I'm mad at you.
Oh, please don't be.
I'm not going to say mad. I'm disappointed.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Lack of attention.
Yeah, I understand. These days I've not been able to give you attention enough. But I'm on live video now. Please, maybe we can talk after. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Just don't be disappointed and have patience with me. With me, you need patience.
Are you live video on Facebook?
Yes, on the Great Benin page. I can send you a link and you can follow up also.
Send me a link. Okay, so you have an extra followers. Send me a link.
Okay, please have patience with me, a lot of it.
Okay, we'll get there.
Thank you, thank you.
Bye.
Okay. Please hold on, let me share the link to my friends so they can know I'm on live video also on this page. If not, they will never know. Yeah, these days I don't give people too much attention, and a lot of people is not happy about that. But sometimes it's just like that, and you can't really do everything. Yeah. Okay. As I was saying, when that natural process of that man is being interrupted or is being stopped, good evening, Gina, or is being stopped or is not going according to the natural way it should be going, then you have chaos within you. But if you are also that type of a man who cannot separate between yourself and between yourself and the society, the structure of the society, then you will have more pains, because now you don't really know what you need. What you just know is what you want. And as long as you don't get what you want, you are either depressed, you are either disappointed, you are either frustrated, or you feel like, let me just end it. This life is meaningless. No. Today's teaching is to let you know, no, a change is coming. Yes. But it's not your fault. I understand if you feel frustrated. Why? Today's society has been structured in a way that a man has to always, I love the Italian word for it, lottare, like struggle, like swimming towards it. To be honest with you, it has always been like this since the history of man. Why? Men always have to fight the nature around them. Men always have to try to extract from the mother earth to take care of themselves. Men have to always think to protect their family from the wild animals. Men have to always think to protect their territory from invaders. Men have to always think to provide any creative idea of how to move their household or their family forward. So if you look, the nature of a man is to struggle. Oh, mighty. The nature of a man is to struggle. So it did not start today. Don't also see it as a new thing. Don't blame your government or the way the world is functioning. Don't blame them for it. The nature of a man is to struggle. The only thing that is different between what today man is and what yesterday man is knowledge. What is that knowledge that is different? In the ancient day, a man know, okay, he have to go to his farm and farm. If possible, go and hunt. If he cannot hunt, then he had to try and get crop from his farm so that he can buy or exchange meats or bush meat with a hunter. That's why in the ancient days, many hunters, they don't farm. You have to bring your farm stuff to them while they give you meat. It was that type of exchange. But what is going on today is this. Many men don't believe anymore in process because they never knew it. They don't believe anymore in the process of growth, which means you are in level 1 and your mind and everything you just wish is to fly and end up in level 30. It's a good way to think and project yourself to the future, but you must not forget that the universe itself has its own process of growth. The earth we are now did not just form one day. The clean water you are drinking was not always clean. Everything was a process. So if you, as a living organism inside this conscious being known as Earth, have to survive, you must follow the laws. You must follow the rules. You must follow the process. There is a process in everything in life. Nothing will just happen like that. You have so many people who are so premature in their mind and see the process as a waste of time. The process is not a waste of time. The process is what makes you stronger. The process is what makes you smarter. The process is what makes you understand better the nature of life and how life itself function. So if we are talking about unproductive men, what is that productivity that a man is lacking, or let me say some man is lacking, that make them becomes so depressed, that make people around them see them as useless, that make people around them see them as non-useful? What is that? What is that unproductive thing that they are not seeing? Let's just try to break it down and come down a little bit to where we come from. Okay, let's say you are from Benin Kingdom, and now you are a young man, you're growing up. Let me just use the common example. Everybody tell you go to school, you went to school, then before you know, let's say you now went to Europe. Let's just use that example. From the day you entered Europe, your family and friends, they create a huge expectation, because everybody see Europe and the Western world as the best place where you can have access, where you can have more opportunity, and where you have more security and a normal structure that is functioning, which you don't have back home. We know this. Fine. But now you are in the Europe, your own reality, which is different from Mr. A reality or Mr. B reality. Your own reality is your own truth. Your own reality is your own voice. Your own reality is your own soul and personal expression, which means you can never compare, and you should not compare your life with another man's life. You are two different souls who is on a two different journey. Yes, maybe at the same time, but the journey is a different one. So as a wise person, now you in Europe, let's say you cannot get your documents right. Let's say you're struggling to get your job. Let's say you have a job, you have document, but things are not really moving the way it should be going. Instead of drafting yourself into the mood of self-pity or depression, instead of doing that, you have to focus on the real definition of productivity. Because why is this very important? If you as a man have that concept that the only way to be productive is to have 2 houses, 3 houses, 5 cars, 6 cars, a convoy when you move around, which is not a bad thing. But if that is the only way you explain or understand productiveness, then you have a lot of problem, because you will always have a lot of tensions. You will always have to meet up with a lot of demands. You will be on debts, and you will have a lot of pains within you, regardless however people praise you and sing for you. Deep inside of you, you hate yourself and your life. So start understanding that no, my life is unique. My life is separate from the life of Mr. A or Mr. B. My life is special. Okay. Yeah, I'll call you later there. My life is special. Let me let them know I'm on live video so they can come also. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, what year? About it were a real live video. Maybe if I finish, we can talk. Okay.
You're on live video.
Yes, you can join us also in Great Benin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just came in now. Okay.
Okay. Bye bye for now. Okay. Let's see. All right. So from the moment now you start understanding that no, my life is a complete different one. I don't have to be like what people expect me to be. I don't have to please anybody. I don't have to be that which everybody will love. It doesn't even make sense. Everybody cannot love you. So, defining your own self, your own values, what makes you happy, what gives you joy, that is how you can gradually start drafting back to being productive. But if you fail to define your own self and you still see yourself, you still see yourself from the paradigm of how the society have structured or programmed you to see yourself, is a big problem. Because to be productive is of different level and of different category. What do I mean by that? It is okay if you cannot have millions stuck in your bank. It is cool. That does not mean you are not productive. Your first primary role, your first primary objective to be a productive man is to pay your bills, feed yourself and your family, and make sure that area is being secured. I know so many men still have problem with even this. So many men, I know this. But if you are that type of a man who have problem with these basic aspects, which is like a natural, normal aspect, because so many people, so many men, their pains is not to have millions. No, they just want to be okay. They just want to be satisfied. They just want to feel complete. They just want to be home. They just want to have a happy life around them. But with the reality they are into, it even make it so difficult for them. And in most cases, men like this, they start losing respect from their wife, or let's say partner, from their sometimes their own children, sometimes their own family. Because why? That spark of growth is not shining. That spark of achievements is not shining. That spark of reaching your own goals is not there. So it makes that the light of that man become so dim. And if that kind of a man is in a household, is more likely to lose respect and regard. If that type of a man is in a society, is most likely to lose respect and regard. Because people are like, look at this man. He cannot even pay his bills. He cannot even feed his children. He cannot even feed his own self and his wife. Then your own wife, we have two types of women. There are women who can really understand and work so hard with you to make sure you grow past that stage. But there are also these types of women that don't have time for that. So you have to choose wisely the type of woman you want to marry or live your life with, so you can know already what to expect. But no problem. Let's talk about the type who don't have time for that. I don't also blame her if she don't have time for that. The nature of a woman is to provide for a child, take care of a child. So when you are a man and you are stuck in that unproductive cycle that you cannot really bring anything out from that cycle, then that woman now, it's not her ego, it's a natural thing. That woman now starts having the sense of ownership, like you are her own child, especially if she's working. That you are like her own child. Then it becomes so stressful for her, because it's like, instead of taking care of a little baby, now you're taking care of a grown man as a baby. There's difference between supporting a man and taking care of a man. These are two different things. So because it's against her nature to carry a man as a baby, then she will have to rebel against that man. But because of lack of knowledge and things like that, a lot of women don't understand what is going on within her. She will just interpret it like, this man is lazy. I dislike this man. She will always feel hunger. She will always feel hate. She will always feel frustrated towards the man. It's not her fault. It's because of her nature. And things are not going right according to her nature, then things are disorganized now within her. If you are smart and you are a man, you are in that type of situation, if you are smart, you have to find a way to communicate with her and make her understand by trying your best out there. Don't sit in the bed or lie in the couch and expect her to just automatically understand. No. She will start shooting on you or leave you, or she will do a lot of things to you if you keep up with that part. But if you try to make her understand it, listen, you're doing your best by showing her what you are trying to put together out there, that will help her now also start regaining that sense of trust, that sense of security with you. But if you are full of pride, you are unproductive, and you are also full of pride, then you are a bigger problem. Because why? You now will transform your own frustration, your own anger, your own disappointment, and project it towards her as if she is responsible for your own personal failure. That's why you see a lot of men, they start abusing the women, abusing the children. They start really doing a lot of things that is not nice to their own family because of that internal frustration. But the both sides, we can't blame them so much, because as a man, really, when that's your creative and productive aspect of you becomes stuck, then you don't have pleasure anymore. That's why you see poor people who suffer a lot, make so much babies. It's not their fault. Why? They have lost the sense of real pleasure. So what they understand by pleasure now is when they are now with that woman in that bed and play together. That's the only way they feel that sense again. Because outside that cycle, they don't have the sense of pleasure. Because if you are a wise man, you will know already that real pleasure is not what you found in a woman. It's not what you found in a prostitute. It's not what you found in a bar. It's not what you found in a party. Real pleasure comes from you bringing up a plan and seeing these your plans coming into manifestation. That's where that real deep sacred pleasure from within you come from. That's where that deep sense of satisfaction really come from. But when that man cannot really bring out all this into manifestation, then that sense of pleasure is lost. That man is most likely to become alcoholic because he needs an escape route. He's most likely to become a drug addict because he needs now escape. He's more likely to become very violent and very rough. Life has shaped him the way he has chosen to be shaped. But you cannot blame them so much. Why you cannot blame him is this. That unproductive man needs healing and he needs love. Unconditional love is the best and powerful tools to heal unproductive men. If you are the wife of an unproductive man, if you are fighting him quarreling with him, that he's not productive, he's not doing nothing, he sits home, you are not helping issues. The more you nag, the more you jump at him, the more you beat him, the more his ego self will rebel against you. And then it will not become like a conflict. You as the woman will be shocked, but I'm trying to help him make his life better. Why is he not taking my advice? Why is he not listening to me? It's not his fault. Why? Your love for him is powerful and strong, but it's not unconditional. It's not genuine. You just love him and wish him to just be exactly as you see other men, or let's say the husbands from your friends, or the husbands from your brothers or friends or people you see around. You just wish him to be like them. But the reality now is he is not like them. He's lazy. He cannot work. Some even work, he don't get enough money from his work. Some don't even like to work. Because don't forget, not all men must work. This you have to understand. There are different ways in nature of a man is. But if your man has not found himself, and you just want him to be there inside that company, doing that job because that's what everybody's doing, then there will still be chaos, because his own soul might be protesting and trying to channel him towards his own direction. But if there is no guide, there is no assistance to help him reconnect with his true self, and channel his energy towards that path, then there will always be struggle. Let's say you did not come to life to be a mechanic, but you become a mechanic because your father took you to a workshop and tell you to learn mechanic work because that's what his friend is doing, and his friend tell him you can bring your son to learn work from me. And now you have grown into a man, you have lost interest now in doing your mechanic profession. And everybody think now, that man is just lazy. Go and look at his workshop. He closed down his workshop. It's not even working his mechanic workshop again. Everybody bash at you, including now the person you call your wife. In most cases, will also fight you. Go and look at your friend. You see his mechanic workshop is always there. It's always busy. But you're just lazy. You never go to the shop. When that energy there is not balanced, there's really nothing you can do to help that man. So if you have genuine, pure love for him, assist him and follow him to find out his own true purpose in life. Because whatever purpose you were in life, regardless how many time, regardless how many years you spend in doing it, you will always stop it one day and go back and start from something zero. Because there's no shortcut. You cannot escape it. It's a growth process, like I said before. And that process must be followed for you to have a real happiness, for you to have something that gives you that deep sense of pleasure. So, pursuing your life purpose. What is the solution, bro? Exactly. The solution of being to unproductive men, one of the first solution is pursue your life purpose and accept your reality the way it is and make peace with that yourself the way it is. What am I trying to say? Let's say you're in Europe since 5 years, 10 years, a guy, how long you've been in Europe, and you see your friend who just came a few years, 2 years ago, now he's using a big Jeep. He's having a very big house with land and garden and everything. Things you wish for or you normally like to, right? Don't envy them. Be grateful for that simple apartment that you have. Be grateful for that. Let's say you don't have a big screen and all your friends have giant screen. Be grateful that you have at least your own screen. You can still view whatever they are viewing. So self-acceptance and satisfaction is what helps you to start breaking free from being unproductive. Fighting yourself, beating yourself will not help you to start being productive. Thinking, Osakwe, that man, I know him, we went to primary school together, now he's a billionaire. This one, he went to India, now he's a billionaire. This one, he entered politics, now he's a billionaire. And because of that, you use their lives to evaluate your own life and don't see anything good in that your own life. It does not work like that. So to start helping yourself as an unproductive man is pay attention to your life purpose. Start taking quiet moments for yourself. Ask yourself, why am I even here? What is really my own purpose here? Stop viewing yourself from the eyes of others. See yourself now and accept yourself as you are. Be grateful to your head and your creator for what you are now. And pray and wish for better to come without carrying the stress on you. Because the more you carry that load on you, like, oh, I am not being productive or I am not being creative, the more you keep on sabotaging yourself, the more you are creating that reality. And the more it will keep on being like that. So instead of you to be there and beat yourself and sabotage yourself all day, start by being gratitude. Start by being gratitude to those little things that normally you don't pay attention to before. If only a woman is in the walking, it's become okay. Start being gratitude. Appreciate things that you know this is what you have in your hand. Good evening, amen. Appreciate things that you know this is what I can get my hands on now. Appreciate things that you know this is what I can do right now, not tomorrow, not later, not next week. What you can do right now. Connect yourself with it and be grateful that you can do this right now. Self-sufficiency is the first step to heal your unproductive self. Because if you don't focus on your farm and you just always look at other people's farm and envy and gossip how productive their crop is or their plantation is, and you don't look at your own farm, you don't even work on your own farm, then you can never ever get anything from your own farm, except you want to end up now going into your neighbor's farm and steal, which you know already there is always actions and reaction, there's consequences in everything. But what I'm trying to share with you today is for you to live in pains because you are unproductive. Transform that pains now into appreciation. You might ask me, appreciation for what? When things are not going right, I invested, the money don't come. I bought some cars and ship it to Africa, they seize them in wharf. I tried to do this, it never go. What will I be grateful for? There's always millions of reasons to be very grateful. If not for anything, that breath of your moments, that constant breath you keep on taking, that is a constant reminder. That is a constant reminder to keep on telling you that no, it is not over. Yes, there is chance. Yes, there is change. Yes, you can make it. Yes, you can get it. Yes, you can achieve it. So all you have to do is to keep on breathing and appreciating that breath. That sign right there is the sense of life. That's why when you see a dead man on the ground, the first thing you check is his breath. When the breath is gone, then you check his pulse in case maybe his heart is still working, or your breath can stop and your heart can still work. So appreciating those little things like your breath, your meal. Oh, you're grateful. Today you are able to provide meal for yourself, which means you are not going to your neighbor now to knock and say, please give me food, my children are hungry. Which means you are not going to anyone now to say, please, I need this because I cannot afford this. So you have a roof over your head, which means you are not lying down in the train station or in the market square. You have a house around you. You have a cloth in your body, regardless how expensive they are, which means you don't walk around now in the street naked. Those little pieces, when you can always appreciate those little pieces, then you can transform it into power to transform that your situation, to transform that which you call reality. Because the secret you have to know about the signs of men is sometimes when your growth process stops, or your productive process, when it stops sometimes, it's not because you don't deserve to grow more than there. Sometimes it's your spirit, your soul, that is trying to draw your attention towards something. Just like you are born. Since you are born, you have never been broke. Then you can never ever appreciate or understand how it feels like to be broke. So if your soul wants you to learn that lesson now, and you just invest, boom, and all your investment, and your account, zero, now you broke. It does not mean now that your God hates you. It does not mean now that the ancestors hate you. It does not mean now that your own head is fighting against you. No, there is a lesson there for you. So the ability for you now to really settle down and ask yourself, what is the lessons here for me? What is the message here for me? What is the target here for me? That ability right now is what helps you now to find the code, to find the solution, to understand. And if you are blessed, you have a woman who is so spiritually oriented, who is so awoken, who have deep knowledge of self. Normally, it's our duty to help you go through those processes. But we can't just tell you that now so that you just put all the work on her. When she has the basic knowledge, it's our duty to heal you. It's our duty to nurture you. It's our duty to help you really expand and grow. That's a duty of a woman. Your own job as a man is to obey her. Is to obey her and let her do the job for you. But how many men today can really be submissive and say, please, my wife, plan my life for me? How many men? They'll feel like woman rapa. Their friends go even laugh them like, so you not be the man of your house. No, this is bigger than the ego itself. And this is what people have to start understanding. Being unproductive is not a curse. Yes, there are some types of spiritual attacks that can also interrupt a productive aspect of a man. I know that. Yes, there is some past life events in now that can also affect your present life and interrupt some growth or prosperity or creativeness. I know that. But the basic one we are sharing with you now today is that concept of just hating yourself now because you are not being productive. And that concept of people around you, especially your wife or your friends, start now laughing at you or disliking you or disrespecting you just because, look at that man. He has sold his car. He don't have car again. No. Now he's walking with his foot. Leave that man. He's not walking again. No. Leave that man. His wife left him. Oh. Leave that man. He cannot make a child. Oh. Different ways, different abuse people can use to really attack an unproductive man. But it's not helping. If you have genuine love for a person, you don't need to go around those processes to just sabotage the person. You must give the person unconditional love, which means he's not productive, but that does not stop your love for him. In fact, now your love is even more for him. You are more ready now to assist him. You are more ready now to support him. When we talk about assistance and support, people have to know that everything is not about financial. Because when you tell some people, please, I need your help, they are like, oh, sorry, I don't have money. No. To assist and support a man, a broken man or unproductive man, does not really mean it has to be a financial support. Does not really mean like that. There is a way you can support unproductive man psychologically, emotionally. So many men today are not productive because of their stuck emotions, which is also connected to a lot of childhood traumas and a lot of things. But one of the few stuck emotion that I can see right now is, as a teenager, let's say you are growing, you demand for something, and your parents is like, no, you can't have it, you don't deserve it. Don't forget, so many parents are so vocal, they don't understand the power of their words. They don't know that their mouth is a spell caster. So they always talk anyhow they just want to their children, casting spells on them that later affect them in the future. So you want a ball, just a ball. As a young boy, you need a ball to play around with other kids. And they will just tell you, no, you don't deserve it. You cannot have it. As a teenager, subconsciously, your brain, everything will download inside of you that you don't deserve now to have that ball, that you don't deserve now and you don't merit to have it. Now you have grown into a man. That stuck emotions inside of you is not talking about a ball anymore. It's talking about now things your mates have. You don't deserve it. Because why? Those stuck emotions now will be like a constant reminder to that part of your brain that forget, you don't need it. You can't have it. You don't need it. You can. It looks like a voice that keep on echoing. And as long as that all these things is happening subconsciously, as long as that voice is keep on echoing, that part of you that is supposed to be activated to do and achieve that thing will become so weak. So stuck emotions play a lot of role in unproductive lifestyle of a man. Childhood traumas play a lot of role in unproductive lifestyle of a man. Past life, I don't feel I will call you. Okay, thank you. It's a message. Past life traumas, past life actions, past life activities. All these are playing roles in your present day situation. So the easiest way to go around this is to love yourself unconditionally. No prophet, no pastors, no native doctor, nobody can just say, come, pam, 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 I've done it for you. It's not, doesn't work like that. It's a process. If you want to do it in organic way, of course, except you want to turn nature, excuse it, and take what belongs to you. That's a separate thing, which have its own consequences. But in a natural way, in organic, natural way, you must go through the process. And the type of woman you decide to spend your life with contributes a lot when you are in that unproductive state. Because don't forget, so many men, they have not always been, so many men that are unproductive today, they have not always been like that. Some men are in their youth age, they made a lot of money and they achieve a lot of things. Because don't forget, to be productive does not really mean you have to have a lot of cash. There are different ways to be productive. That's why you have to find yourself. There are different ways to be productive. Some people, to be productive can just be you giving people ideas. Now everybody know you. Anytime they need advice, they just call you. Anytime they need ideas, they just call you. Anytime they want to learn something new, they just call you. That is also a part of you that is being productive. Because don't forget to also just provide for yourself and your wife and family. That is not just all in life. Life is bigger than that. So how useful you are to people out there, this is also a productive way. You know what it means for somebody to just count on you, trust you. That is productivity. So we have different ways to be productive. While you have people, it can just be buying companies every week, buying companies every month, buying houses every year, buying houses every month, different ones. That is his own way to be productive. So you have people who just write books. Every 6 months, you have new books. That is another way to be productive. So when we talk about productivity, does not really mean it's cash is the only evidence to show that you are being productive. Because people today have misunderstood the real meaning of success. To be successful don't mean you have to be like Aliko Dangote or Captain Osa or Igbinedion before you can say, I'm not successful. No. 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 The definition of success is completely different from that. How satisfied are you? How many of your breaths get to your stomach? How many moments can you be completely present of? These are the symptoms of success. If you like, you make million euro every week, and you don't have that deep sense of deep satisfaction within you, everything you are making, sorry to disappoint you, is a waste. It's just to feed your ego, nothing special. Your money is even a number. It's not even existing. It's a number. You just have figures in your head. That's all. You can't even hold it all. So what you can hold is your joy. What you can hold is your happiness. What you can hold is that thing that makes you smile and makes people around you smile. That is the real essence of life. So another way to really help an unproductive man, we have to first help that man to find joy, happiness in little signs in life, in little things in life. Because why? If you hating yourself that you cannot go to job or you cannot work, and you don't know what you are supposed to be doing while you are not working, then you are putting yourself in a big problem. Because now you are hating yourself. I just lazy, I not fit go work now. They'll sack me for that work. Which kind life be this one? You all hate yourself now. And you yourself know say that work, you not get interest again. The same you will not get interest for that work. You get power now to do a lot of things right now. Now just that work now you know one go. Which means you dey do work wey not good for you, when your spirit don't really like, and you are pushing and forcing yourself to do what is not right for you. That is not cool. When you are in that type of struggle, you can never be productive. How you dey go work, you dey fry your face go work. Any work when you know they are happy, they go, not be your work. When you are not happy to do what you are doing, that is nothing, it's not for you. It's not for you. I told somebody that I don't just accept offers because they have offer. I have to always choose the company, choose the boss, choose my role, choose my salary before I can work there. And the person is like, eh? I'm like, yes, I have to decide this, because when I work with all of me. I am so joyful. I never get tired. I keep on working and never stop working. But because of that, I must be in the right environment, with the right people, with the right energy. Without that, I can't fake myself. I can't. I've done it before, of course. Your work may not be like say man lazy. Your they do the work, your they do the work. But no, with time, within the level of knowledge I start knowing, no, I don't really have to just work because I have to work. No, I work because this is what I love to do. This is what gives me joy. And that is how it should be. When you are in a role whereby you're doing what gives you joy, then you will see everything you're doing will become more and more productive. You'll be more and more productive. For some time now, I'm doing a special course. By December 10, we will round up. The company I was working with, before I start this course. Every time they always call me. Yeah, we know you are free on Thursday, Friday. We know you are free on weekend. Can you always come to me? I'm like, I'm sorry. I love you guys, but I cannot do both. I have already a lot of things which I have to fill the space, so I don't have any part of me. But we will pay you. Yes, of course, I know you will pay me, but the money is not what interests me. My joy, my satisfaction is what always drives me. And that is how you have to position yourself. Don't worry about, this company pay me more. This company pay me more. Or this company a big name. No. Look for what you love to do. Even if the salary is lesser, no problem. Do it. Be joyful doing it. Be happy doing it. Put in all you got. So to be productive, the first step is to find your paths. If you have never found your path in life, you will think you are not productive. Meanwhile, you are a very productive person. You are just in the wrong track. So anything you are doing and it's not giving you joy, you are not satisfied with it, you are not seeing future in it, don't deceive yourself and tell yourself, man, just manager. No, stop it right now, today. Call the person, stop it. Don't worry, you will not die of hunger. Hunger will not kill you, because that's always the fear. The mind start creating those thoughts. I will stop this job now. How can you eat? How you stop this job now? How will you pay your rent? When you know that job is not making you satisfied and happy. Because I always see a lot of our brothers here in Europe, I feel so sorry. You'll see two grown-up men will be in one room. Let's say the room is 500 euro. Now they're paying to 250 euro in that room. Then, these are even men with documents. So if you not get documents, those are different, separate things we can understand. Life in a process. But say you even have your own document. Two grown-up men will be in one room. You share that room. And you go to a job where you are treated as animal. You go to a job where you are treated as slave. You don't worry, because in your mind you believe, I beg, just take collect this small thing. Might they help my people back home. Might they do this. Might they build house. Might they save for bank. Whatever your motive is. But the reality now is you have subjected your life into a little square box where you share with somebody else. And then now you put yourself in a work which not they give you joy. That's why they see many of our brothers in Europe, 40 years old man go, you're old. Go, you look so old. If he tells you now 40 years, you're chalk. Now you look so old. They know they look fresh. Only when they want to go Africa, then if you can take like 2 weeks, then they maintain themselves, buy new clothes, so that they'll go to show up for Africa. Say they come from Jan, they are Jan, and car where they use 1 year to gather the money to buy. Because they use a phone big boy for Africa. For me, this is always too much. Maybe it's just me, but for me, this is just too much. What I always have problem with is, not to see you, Dr. Brown, as you come along. What I always have problem with is, people, how can you subject your life into a square that is not helping you to grow, or in the name of you want to be a man, or you want to show that you are productive, or you want to show that you are helping, or you are supporting, whether family or whatever you think you're supporting. What about the man that puts the more energy in his family, and all the woman could do is to turn down all the good plans of the family, all the good plans the family have in future? She went away with the man, 3 lovely children. It's not the man. It's not doing well. Please, what can you say about that? The man, kids love him so much. Oh, that is nice. This is a soul expression. The number is there. Feel free to call and we can, because it's soul expression. So feel free to call and we can go through this, and you can feel free to express yourself. And yeah, that's how we do it. So, I'll come back to that comment again later. So, as a man, you must not look for the shortcuts. What is the shortcut? Let me just take this. Let me just be doing this. Let me just be doing this work. No, you need to have your self-worth. This is opium. My mystical opium, of course. I have to, if I want to sell it, for example, I don't care if you can buy it 50 euro in any shop. I will tell you my own is 100 euro. That is my own value that I put in it. You can get it 50% cheaper, 70% cheaper, anywhere. But my value I put on it, it's so. That's your own value you put on yourself is what people have no option than to respect and accept. Even if the first one come and tell you, oh, forget it, why will you tell me this opium is 100 euro when I can get it for 65 euro? Why will you tell me this is 100 euro when I can get it for 45 euro or for 80 euro? It doesn't matter. Keep it there. Your value on it is what matters. That is how your life also is. You are the only one who is going to put value in your life and watch it manifest the way it should be. There was a company I was working, and this company, then I just came new to Germany. I was the work I was doing then was driving a forklift, and I don't like working inside code. I don't just like it. So before I start the work, I told the manager, I don't work in code. I know you people have a big lagger here. I know you people have trucks here. I can load your trucks inside the lagger and I can offload your trucks inside the lagger. Those who know logistics, there will be like a ramp where the truck will park and you will be inside the magazine and be doing and unloading and offloading. That was the job I was doing some years ago. So I told them I don't work outside. Yeah, no problem. They gave me the job. After the first 2 months inside, some Russians and some Romanians I work with, they start angry. Why is this black man never go out to the code to work? It's always inside here, so warm. We cannot accept this. We are all the same workers. Why will he be treated special and we are not being treated special? The manager now don't know how to tell them. He said he cannot work outside. So when they complain, the manager always ignore them. And then one day they call a meeting because they were very angry at me. Because me, when I work, I don't stop. I keep on working. So the amount of job I do already is big enough to draw jealousy. I be that type. I'll just work. I know they will care if you stand or you sit down. I just do my own, they go. If you not quick catch up, now you even know I don't wait for nobody when I work. That's why I like doing my work alone. So I don't have to wait for you. I love working independent. So they were so heavy of me to a point one day then I call a meeting themselves and invite the manager They invite the manager, they invited me. I was already like, okay, today's not our meeting day, what are we doing today? And then the Russian guys start talking. They don't like it, things are not balanced here. Whenever they ask me to do something outside, me always tell them that is not my job here. Please, the manager is here now. They want to hear from the manager. If I have a special contract, different from their contract, because we are the same worker, they don't understand why we cannot be doing the same thing in the same place. This for them is confusing. And the manager look at them and look at me and say to them, I'm sorry. Even before Nosa Duke signed a contract here in this company, he made it clear to us that he can never walk outside. So I cannot tell him now to walk outside. And they were all like so shocked. Because what they were expecting was, now the manager is involved. Yes, now the manager will tell me, you this week stay outside, walk outside. Me, I was just chill. I was just chilling and looking at them and smiling like, oh, Biekawa, oh, no, I don't really understand. And they all hate themselves after the meeting. And they all wish now they can go and edit their own contract. What am I trying to say with this little example is, you as a person is the one that must decide how you want your thing to be. It doesn't matter how many people disagree with you. That's not even important. What is important is your sanctity, for you to be certain and say, this is what I want and this is what I am going for. So to be unproductive, you must first ask yourself, what do I really want? Why am I not achieving things I'm supposed to be achieving from this direction? Why am I not growing? Why is this thing not expanding? And then ask yourself, what do you really want? Why are you really here? What is really your own role to play here? Those questions must be answered before you can blame winch, before you can go to native doctor, before you can go to a pastor, a prophet, babalawo, or a shaman. You must first know your own paths. If you don't know that, of course, through divination, you can also know that. Yeah, so we don't forget it. Through divination, you can also know your own life purpose and what you are really here to do. But what I'm trying to share here with you is, sometimes you are not unproductive. You just don't know what you should be doing. That's why you see a lot of people that spend like 20 years in Europe and complain, oh, I cannot just buy land, I cannot build a house, I cannot buy a house, I cannot buy a car. Oh, Europe is so not good for me and blah, 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 blah. And the same person, we have problem, go to jail. After like 1-2 years in jail and they check his record, this man has been 20 years in this country. Yeah, let's just take him back to his country. And they carry him now. I've seen this real life in Spain. I don't just want to call his name now. This, my friend, is always funny when I talk about it, start writing everything. Good. I've seen this in real life in Spain. I've never lived in Spain, but I always visit Spain. I have a lot of friends and family there. This man was always sleeping in a couch of my own sister. Was all in Madrid. He was always sleeping in a couch. People in Madrid, a lot of them laugh at him. Ah, this man not the renters. Ah, this man not. Now even Igbo man. His fellow Igbo brothers always laugh at him because why? Everybody know Igbos are hustlers, they make money, they are always okay. So everybody's like, this lazy man. This man was sleeping in a couch for more than 3 years. You know what it means to live in a sofa for 3 years, to the extent that the sofa will not have like your own shape because you always lie on it. After 3 years, document this man don't have, house he don't have, work he don't have, to even have a girlfriend just to say, okay, let me also have a girlfriend, just to also have a girlfriend. He don't even have anything. At the end, they deported him. Why? Somebody deceived him. Come, let's go to the street. Let me teach you so you can be making money for yourself. So you can be okay now. He fell for the cheap message, and they arrested him. He was deported back to Africa. This man get back to Enugu under 3 months. He gets himself a good job. He gets himself a house. He gets himself a well-structured life. Till today, as we are talking now, this man have more than 5 shops in Onitsha. This man now is traveling to China, buying things, bringing home, selling. Is very, very what you can call successful now. But this was the same man who was in the couch, who never had his own room, his own house. Why was he unproductive then? Because he was in the wrong location, he was in the wrong environment, he was with the wrong people. There are people that your spirit can never walk with. And when you know this earlier enough, then you will know how to avoid them. You must build your own cycle as a man. You cannot be a friend to everybody. Everybody cannot be your friend. Everybody cannot love you. Everybody cannot accept you as you are. Some will hate your character. Some will dislike how you behave. Some will not accept you as you are. It doesn't matter. You have to create your own cycle and say, this is what I keep inside. This is what I don't keep inside. When you can find yourself in the right location, my dear, productivity, creativity, it will just be coming like a magic. So before you hate your life of being unproductive, check your cycle. How powerful is your power cycle? Which people do you keep in your cycle? What type of people do you discuss with? What do you talk with them? What do you think about yourself? Are you hating yourself now like, I don't have this, I don't have this? Why are you always seeing the things you don't have and you cannot see those little ones you have already? So pay attention to that cycle. Because when you hang out with people with toxic energy, don't expect so much. Don't expect so much, because you are them and they are you. So even if when you want to come up with a productive idea, they will kill your spirit and make you feel like, forget about that. Why will you waste time to think about that? So it is deeper than just sabotaging yourself and blaming yourself without really paying attention to all these little details. It's very important. Those you keep around you, people you communicate with, whenever your phone rings, who is calling? Very important. What type of conversation are you expecting already? What type of conversations are you expecting already? I have different phones. There are phones that ring, I smile. I smile, I know already what to expect from this call. I know already the type of conversation to have, even if I don't know the caller. You must build your cycle. Find your right location. Find your right environment. Try to connect with the things happening in your environments. When you don't have connection with your environment, all you do is sit in your home all day, stay in your bed, hate yourself, beat yourself, cry, let the pains carry you everywhere, regrets, and don't see any other alternative rather than just sabotaging your own self. Then you become the demon and the devil of your own self. You become the one destroying your own self by your own self. Even then, God is watching. Your angels are watching. Your soul is watching. Everybody's kind of confused, like, hey, it's just you. Nothing. We have taken care of everything. Now it's just you. Have to rise and say, you know what? I accept happiness. And how do you accept happiness? To be contented. How do you become contented? To accept everything around you exactly the way it is. You are not in jail. You are not in hospital. Those two locations, the people in jail and the people in hospital, they are the one who can say they feel stuck. But you still have your keys to your own door, which means you can still open your door and just come out of your house and just come back home and walk around freely. You are a free man. Then don't give up. Don't give up. For as long as you're a free man, don't give up. And for you that is already feeling unproductive, you have to know that we love you. The number is there. You can call in now to also express yourself, or if you also have advice for those who are feeling unproductive, the number is there. You can call in, because soon I will round it up now. So the number is there. You can call in also. But what I want to say is, we love you. Even if your family is so disappointed, even if your friends are disappointed, even if the people around you are so disappointed in you because you can't do nothing, because you can't achieve nothing, because you cannot show that sign of progress, I want you to know today that I love you. We love you. You are not alone. And it is not over. Don't let anybody make you feel now that it is over. The number is on top the topic. Let me try to ping the message here, and you will see the number there. Feel free to call in to make your contribution. For some time on this number, I was not taking a lot of calls, but those ones are fixing now. It's a bad associations spoiled useful habits. Spoiled useful habits. Surround yourself with people who brings out the good in you. That's perfectly said, Felicia. That's so perfectly said. That's so true. That's what I mean by that, your power cycle. You must create power cycle. You cannot just be home and you don't know what to do with your life, and then you just call your friend, and your friend will say, and you ask your friend, how are you? And all your friend can say is, oh, I am also here. Nothing is happening. Then you are a big problem. You are a big problem. Why do you have a big problem? As you are down, that moment you call that your friend, she or he is the one supposed to tell you, oh, what you doing? You be home all day. You just sit home. Please come over to my side. Or engage you in a productive conversation. You have to know that a conversation, a good conversation can heal also. Productive ones. I love so many people around my cycle. Sometimes they help me so much just by talking with me. Many don't even know the secret. They help me so much just by talking with me. Because me, I love deep conversations. And when, some always complain I'm not always available for talk, but whenever I'm available, I'm really available. And those deep conversations sometimes helps you to answer some questions you have always been having, and you never knew how to get the answers. And sometimes when you do some conversations, the person you are having the conversation with is not the person even answering your questions. The question just answers itself like, okay. I was thinking I will ask you this thing, but don't worry. Now I know it. You see, those are the profits of good conversations. Believe in yourself and know your self-worth. That's fact, Dr. Brand. That is fact. The more you believe in yourself, the more you understand what you are, why you're here, the more you can become more productive. Because being unproductive means you still have not found your real self. And don't always forget, productivity is not always all about cash. We all have different role to play. There are people who will have the cash. And there are people who will not have the cash, but their ideas will attract those that have the cash, and they will work together. At the end, everybody's happy. That's why we are humans. Everything is connected. So we have to make use of those connections. I always laugh at a lot of people today, and they're always quick to like define productivity into cash. You say you are very productive, but how much you get? Especially Africans are very quick to ask those questions. How many cars do you have? Please leave that man. He don't know anything. Or how much do you have? Please forget it. You don't know. They believe you have to have a big sum of money in your bank or have a lot of property before they can say, yeah, this man is being productive. Being a man and being single for so many years and finally getting yourself a wife, a home, a family, that's productivity. Regardless, even if you are just able to give them 1 square meal or 2 square meal a day, that does not matter. The fact is, now you have shifted from that stage of being always alone and sleeping always alone to the point now that you have people living with you at home. That is worth. That is growth. So you seeing now your wife, seeing now your children, that enough should give you sense of satisfaction. That enough should give you sense of accomplishment. Even if it's not everything you just wish for to have in your life, but at least the one you have now, appreciate it. But the area I really like to focus more on is people that are judging unproductive men. They are worse than the devil itself. I just draw something funny. They are worse than the devil itself. A man is emotionally broken. All you can do is to support him emotionally. You should not be there to beat him more or fight him more or to make him feel more useless. Yes, you can push him, but you should not always sabotage him or insult him. You are not helping him like that. You are not helping him like that. You must give them love. Your unconditional love will heal him. Your unconditional love will transform him. Your unconditional love will even help him to grow faster. If you think you love him by pushing him, telling him you will not do this, or you insult him, you shout on him just because, let's say, you don't have a job or he's not able to work. Because don't forget, like I always said, not all men can do strong job. You have to understand the nature of men. Men are different. Men are different. Men are different. So you can't expect all men to be the same thing. There are men who is not in their nature to do hard job. Like me, for example. That is me. I can't do it. People may think, he's big, he's strong, carry this thing. Nah, I don't do that. I don't like it. I can do a volunteer job by helping you carrying rock. Volunteer. But for me to be doing it as my own job, the strength is there, but I can't do it as my own job. It's not my nature. That does not mean I'm better than this one or this one is better. No, it just means that is me. And that my nature have to be respected. So if you are now my wife, for example, and we live in a society where there's only 2 jobs available, and that hard, heavy job is the one that is more likely for me to get, and I tell you, I'm sorry, I don't do this type of jobs. But if you don't understand my nature, you can start hating like, oh, you're just lazy. You don't, although I cannot even be with a woman like that, but this is just an example. I cannot even be with a woman like that. But this is just an example anyway. The man can tell the woman can tell the man, oh, you are just lazy. You don't want to do what your mate is doing. Please go out there and do it. No. Does not work like that. Every man have their role to play in life. Every man have their space to rule over. And every man have the will to choose what he wants and how he wants it. This is the most precious gift from God, from the universe, from our Creator. The will to have our own choice. The will to have our... Okay, let me make an example. 14 years ago, when I came new to Europe, I was in Italy. And I came to Italy with a visa, which means I've always have documents. My elder brother was the one who invited me there. But I came to Italy, I saw a problem. And the problem I saw 14 years ago was the narrative was two. There is no job. You either fall in love with a prostitute who will be assisting you, taking care of yourself and paying your bills, or pick up a bag and start begging. I was like, hello, what? I just came from Africa and I have different views and different understanding about Europe and how Europe function. And now I am being faced with these two options. You either date a prostitute, even one or two or three of them, so you can be getting support from them, or you pick up a big bag and go out there and start begging. Other alternative was maybe you go deep into crime, or you keep looking for a job which you are never guaranteed to ever find. I was very confused. Why? I'm a very picky person, which means I cannot just follow a woman because I'm expecting something from her. I cannot do it. I can't even pretend because I don't have character, so I don't know how to pretend. I'm very raw. It's very difficult. So that makes it very difficult for me to pretend my nature. I can't beg. I don't like it. It don't makes me feel like alive. But the people around me then, family, friends, everybody, they see it from a different perspective. They see it like, this one is not serious. You come to Europe, you have to do what your people here are doing to survive. I paid a lot of price for this. I paid a lot of price for this. A lot of people will dislike you because you don't do what they are doing. A lot of people will not support you because they say, you want me to support you where you don't want to do what I'm doing. Then you will be in a position whereby you don't really know what to do. To a point one day I had no option than to go and say, okay, let me try and see how to beg. I will stand there. I don't have the zeal to ask the people, please help me. I will stand there. I can't have the zeal. What I did was, because I was in a city where it was so rampant, I just changed the city. And I went to a city where we don't have so many black people, where nobody will be checking what's the name of his shoe he's wearing, what's the name of his trouser, what's the car he's driving, how is his life. I just left all those dramas. I was happy that process. I met a lady. She was an incredible woman, and she even contributed to what gave me that assistance. Because why? Everybody was not happy I met her. Why? She also just came to Europe. She was in camp, like in the refugee home, and everybody's like, you are very sick. You are just new, and normally you need somebody who has been here for so long so that you can have assistance. But now you decide to carry somebody which you have to also be assisting. So people saw me like, psych. I know I'm not normal, so for me it's not a strange thing when people see me as abnormal. So for me it's okay. I know me, I'm crazy human being. So but I was just laughing at them. I was laughing because for me it was just like, look at these people. They don't understand my own nature. They don't understand my own vision. Trust me, 14 years ago, I don't really have all the knowledge I have today, but one thing I was already having: my own perspective, my own determination, my own focus, my own view, When those who saw me left, because then I was in Verona, when those who saw me left Verona and moved to a little city, when they visit me in my little city, they are like, ooh, this little village you are living is really cool. There's no black people here, no African people here, no Nigeria people, everything's so calm. One, they start coming in 2 years, because I spent like 2 years plus there. In 2 years, instead of me and 3 other Ghanaians who was Africans, in 2 years, we raised a population of Africans of about 100 different African people living now in that village because of us. Why was it so? It's self-determination. And one of the reasons that attracts those Africans to that village, because the village was not even up to like 10,000 population, just a little village. You can say a town. So the people that came there, one of the reasons that made them come was like, in this village, all these Italian people, they respect you guys as a human. But why is it that in those big cities, they don't respect us? I'm like, yeah, it's very simple. When people see you every morning, you wake up and come and beg them for food. Beg them for everything. Of course, they cannot respect you. How many of you go to Ring Road and just love a Fulani person and now you respect and hang out with them? No, you see them as beggars. Because for you to be begging, automatically, it makes you already low. It makes your ori already below. It makes your blessings, everything below. So you might cowardly see it as hustling, as surviving mode, but you are cursing yourself. A lot of these people now, even their life today, is still the same energy is still going. But what I'm trying to share here is this: you must have your own focus. You must have your own vision. You must have your own determination. You must have your own things which you want to be. When I first came to Germany, I don't forget that day. I was arrested in the train at night. Why? For no reasons. Because back then, that was like 11 years ago. Back then, Germans are very strict. It's not now, their borders, everything is open. The Germans are very strict then. The only reason they arrested me for was, why are you coming to Germany where you don't have a reservation of hotel? You don't have someone you are coming to meet? What are you coming here to do? They arrest me, put me in a deportation process. The next day morning, they deported me back to Austria because they said I came from Austria. And I have European resident permit that can take me around Europe, but they still sent me out of their country. That was just 11 years. That was just 11 years ago. Even if I try to tell them, I have somebody here, I know somebody here, somebody is this, somebody is this, they don't want to hear that. They kick me out of their country. The next day, I took the next train and come to Germany again. The same set of people who were the one that really sent me out. When they saw me, they shocked. They are like, no, this is not possible. We deported you yesterday to Austria. We hand over you to Austria police and tell them that you are not supposed to be here. What are you doing here? I told them, this is my destination of my ticket. And this is just Munich train station. And I'm transiting. This is not my destination. And I have no criminal record. You cannot just send me back. They were just looking at me. That was how I entered the next train. And I went to where I was going to. Determination. Focus. Why was I doing that? I was already tired of staying in Switzerland then. Switzerland could not really accept me the way I want. I know already I have a child, I have things I have to pay attention to. So let me just come to Germany and relax in Germany and work and stay in Germany. So they were trying to stop me from that decision. They were trying to push me back. But at the end, I broke the wall. I walked through it. And today I'm here now. And nobody can ever tell me anything anymore. But if the way they just deported my enemy that day back to Austria, I'm just like, oh, I'm so scared now to go close to their border or whatever, then it would never have happened the way it has happened now. Then maybe it would have been a different story. You must look for the right location for you. And why I left Italy then was because I can see that my future is at risk here. A country where I have to beg to eat, where I have to lose my morals, where I have to subject myself to things I don't like. So I can't be here. My decision then was for me to be here. Let me just go back home. After all, I did not kill anybody. I'm not holding anybody. I come from a very peaceful family. We are very peaceful people. So, and we are okay. When I say okay, I mean we don't live in rent. We don't beg for food. We can take very good care of ourselves as a family. So why will I stuck myself here? That was the question that keep on hitting my head. So it's either I move forward or I go back. I can't stuck myself here. But do you know, I still know people who are still stuck in that cycle for more than 15 years, for more than 20 years. They keep on doing the same begging. They keep on doing this. The day I told my German friend that, can you imagine I was begging some time ago in my life? They shocked like, no, that is impossible. Yes. I had to stand in front of a supermarket and wait for somebody to come out from their shop and beg them to help them push their wagon so they can give me the scent inside that carrello so I can take home. I did it. And they could not believe me. Some just think, you just want to joke as usual. No, it's fact. It's fact. Because the level of my awareness then and now is two different things. But even at then, I was still not happy. I was still not comfortable doing it. I was seeing myself as not productive, and I was scared of remaining unproductive, and that now pushed me to accept a situation which I know I don't really need to be inside. So don't just see your unproductive state and judge your life with it and conclude that this is your life, this is just how it is. No, push further. Try to locate the right location. Try to contact and put yourself in the right position. Try to be together with the right people. Try to make the right contact. Try to be present where people will see your ideas, will see you and accept you as you are. You can't do what everybody's doing, even if everybody's profiting from it. You have your own unique goal. You have your own unique life. You have your own vision. You have your own things that you must that you must achieve. And as a wise person, focus on that. So the pain of unproductive men is a very deep subject. There is something you can start breaking it layers by layers, step by step. The more you explore your self-awareness, self-understanding. Self-understanding is very important. There are people, it's not their nature to wake up early in the morning. That's why I love Germans. If you want to work with them, they will ask you all these questions. Do you know how to wake up early? Then they will know if they can give you a job that can start 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning. But if you don't know why they are asking you these things, and you just say, hey, because you need a job, yes, everything they tell you, just say yes, yes, yes. Later when the job starts, you can't do nothing. There are people who cannot wake up so early in the morning. They have to sleep till like 8, 7 before they can wake. It's their nature. And that type of a person, now you cannot go and give him a job to start 5 o'clock in the morning. Of course he will lose the job. Of course he will lose the job because that is not him. Yes, he might try, but now that is not even helping him. So the question now is, instead of you to fix and subject yourself to that which cannot really take you forward, why not find your own self? Why not find your own self and focus on what you can really do, what you can really use to transform yourself? That's what you should focus on. Self-understanding, self-exploration, self-awareness. Then you will not see that, okay, that job you don't have, or that wife you don't have, because to be productive, you can have a job and still be unproductive. Job does not guarantee you productivity. This is what people have to understand. Your money does not guarantee you productivity. There are people who have millions in their bank here, and then so what? That just all. They don't even know what to do. They are not creative. They are not productive. They cannot do things. Yeah, the money is in the bank, good. But what next? They don't know. They just know they got the money. They don't know what next after that. So to be creative, to be productive, it is deeper and very deeper than just having and saying, I have to be like this person. I have to be like this person before I'm being productive. No, be satisfied with self. Be contented with those little ones you can do. That's where the productivity starts from. Meanwhile, feel free to make in your contribution if you have. Soon now we have to round it up. I did not plan for it to be so long like this, but it's already. That's always so. So feel free to call if you have advice to share with unproductive men, or if you have a personal experience to share, because this is soul expression, so you're free to express yourself. That's why everything is private. I'm a very private person, and when you call, you don't really have to say your name. So you can advise people who are in these circumstances, because trust me, so many men, especially African men in Europe, many hate their life today. Many African men in Europe, even the women, but let's just focus on the men today. Many African men in Europe, many hate their own life today. And why? They believe they are not productive. They believe they are not achieving anything in life. Because they have this image of what they understand as the meaning of success. They have this image of what they understand as the meaning of productiveness. They don't understand the meaning of their true reality. So they like to see themselves in the picture of another man's life, which means not until they carry those 5 jeeps and put in their compound, not until they build those 4 big houses, They believe they are not productive. And this has made a lot of African men in Europe today so unhappy, so depressed, so frustrated. Because of that, they don't give their family love anymore. They don't give their children love. They don't give their friends love or anybody love. They just hate life. All many are very good at now is drinking. Many are just drunkards. They also have group of friends. They drink a lot. If you see where African men are drinking in Europe, you just hold your head. They have a lot of friends who are feeling the same unproductive pains like them, which they always meet, and they just drink and gossip. After getting drunk, gossip, the next thing they fight. They fight. That's why you hear places like in Europe, Italy, all those places, a lot of our African people always fight. They just fight. For no reason they fight. Because that frustration builds anger within them. And anybody now who say what they don't like, they transfer the aggression on them. Because they hate themselves. They don't love themselves. So they're looking for broken and damaged women who they can just make use of. And when they see a weak woman, they just profit from that and use her life. Until that one comes to his own awareness and say, no, I don't need this. Then they start looking for the next victim. Some just take it as their own hustling. To be looking for a weak or loose or broken woman which they can just profit from and jump into their life. Or become jealous of their wives. Yes, that's so true. That's one of the symptoms of unproductive men. When they see their wife being joyful, creative, especially when you're a happy woman, they will put all their frustration on the woman. Come here to Germany and see the nonsense going on. Husband and wife will be fighting for child care, child support. Money when they give una say take care of the children. Now the man go dey fight put. The same man don't get money when they bring come out say make the children take care of. The one government still bring, he now go dey use blow beat his wife put for the same money. And when they see her happy, because they are not happy, they are big problem with her. When they see her smiling and they are not smiling, they are just jealous now. So we know that a lot of men are jealous of their wives. So yeah, we know that aspect also. Feel free to call if you want to make your contribution. And we will be rounding it up very soon. But regardless of all this, the main point of today's teaching is we must love and assist that unproductive man. We are his only hope. We should not leave him alone like that because he's not productive. We should not do that. I was reading a book some time ago, and this writer was expressing a little about himself, his own life. He, as a writer, is very lazy to work. He don't like it to just wake up and say he wants to go and work for someone. So he likes to work for himself and help in the house or do whatever he can do. But he was lucky. He had a wife who loved working. So she was doing the work at work while he was taking care of the domestic aspects. Somehow it becomes like he is now the wife and she now is the husband. But she don't see it like that, and he don't see it like that, because both of them have very high level of understanding, so they think beyond these narratives. And this same man, for good 4 years, was not doing nothing. She had to do all the work alone. All he do is take care of the children, drop them in the kindergarten, take the dog for a walk, clean the house, walk around, and write. For 4 good years, this man was cooking his book. After he published his book and released his book, in the first year, you know how many millions of copies this man sold from his own book in the first year. This man made money from his book that will help him and his family live all their life without him or her ever need to work again. I just shared this story to bring a point. The point here is unproductive men have to find himself and know where to shine his energy to. And if you are the wife of unproductive man, don't be judgmental. Don't tag in and sabotage him or fight him. Try to find a way you can have a normal dialogue with him, so together you can both find a way to help him and also help you. Because that unproductive man might just be confused and lost. He needs your help. He don't need you to fight him. If you can really assist him through that process, and he later found himself, forever you will be the most valuable thing that exists. Forever. Even before his own God, he will choose you first. But the question is, how many people today have patience? How many people today have understanding? How many people today can be so selfless? Some women will not respect you anymore. When they see don't go to work, before you know, they start sleeping around. Before you know, if she don't respect you, we even bring the man to the house and tell you to take your things and leave the house. Some men are ungrateful. Yes, that is true. They are ungrateful men, which is fact. But that balance right there is also needed. Because without that balance, we cannot really do anything in life. That's why deep level of understanding is what help. Don't just be with a man, he's unproductive. You don't talk to him, you don't have a plan with him, you don't discuss with him, you just leave him and you walk and 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 take care of him. Then you are not helping him. You are pampering him to be comfortable with his nothing lifestyle. That's what you're doing. When a man is unproductive, engage with him. When we say engage, not quarrel or fight. Engage in reasonable conversation with him. How are you? How do you feel about life? What do you feel like doing? I know you, since you lost this job, you never have interest to look for another job. But what do you really like to do? What are your visions? What are your dreams? Hear him relate with you. Make sure you build a bridge of communication between you and him while you are still doing those jobs to take care of him. Because if you just only do the job and you don't fix the other side, it's still not going to work. You have to keep on doing your job to take care of the home and then help him, assist him, find himself. Then when the man don't want to hear anything, then you know his own is a spiritual problem. Then you know this one is a spiritual problem. Yeah, if you love him, you can stay with him and look for a spiritual solution together. If you don't love him, you can just also leave him and look for your own, and look for the karmic connection between you and him. Because it was something that also brought you to him. I can't accept a jobless or lazy man. I understand. Yeah, laziness is different from unproductiveness. Yeah, I don't also advise any man to just be lazy. No. Laziness is different from unproductiveness. Laziness is like a disease. That's just a different thing entirely. But when you are unproductive, sometimes you are not lazy. It's just unproductive. Things are not just going. That doesn't mean you're lazy. It's like a two different thing. Yes, unproductive man can be jobless, but a jobless man is not a lazy man. Except he decide now not to have a job or not to do anything at all. So if you are not working, you must have a plan. There must be something on ground which you have to invest your energy on. And that's really what's up here. Yes, that's really what's up here. So I will be rounding this up today. We have tried today, and I will wish everybody a very nice evening. And please always know and always remember, it is very important to give love. These days I like painting a lot. Since I'm here now, I paint so many things. Always remember, it's very important to give love, even to the unproductive men. They need that love. They need that care. They need that hug. Assist them with it, because those pains they carry, you can't help them when you fight them. You can't help them when you just insult them. You can't help them when you just look down on them or criticize them. You are not helping them. Give them unconditional love, genuine love, something that their soul will profit from. Yes. I thank you all, and I wish you a very wonderful evening. A productive man pull you down. Yes, unproductive men pulls you down when they are not ready to find themselves. Yes, and as a woman who is very strong and hardworking, that man that is unproductive, if he can engage and have a conversation with you and have a deep dialogue with you, then you can know why he's not being productive at that moment, and what he should be working towards that will make him become productive. And you cannot assist him in that direction. If you just see it like, oh, just me, you don't do nothing, just me, you don't do nothing, just me, oh, only me, you cry and cry, then it start breaking you down. But if you see it like, oh, okay, this man now is like my child, let me take care of my child. You're a woman, you're God, that's your duty. Let me take care of my child. Then you sit him down, you talk. I know some men are very stubborn. Some men are very stubborn. They don't do nothing yet. They want to be the God of the house. Very arrogant men behave like that. I know. Those kind of arrogant ones, you don't even need them around. Any man that is so arrogant, you don't need him. Mine is very simple. If you love such men, they will take advantage of you because of love. I also understand they will want to use your love to manipulate you. I know they love again, brother. They will want to use your love to manipulate you. My husband hurts me. I understand. It's a karmic relationship. It's a karmic relationship. For a husband to hurt a woman is a karmic relationship. And that karmic connection between you and him must be healed. Good news said, but some unproductive men don't like to listen to you when talking to them. Yes, you are right. Because of their ego. They will not like to listen. They become very stubborn. I know. But unconditional love can always break through any wall. Love is the highest frequency in the universe. That frequency is very powerful. So if you have a man who don't listen to you, and you are a woman, he is not productive and he don't listen to you, then you have the power to make him listen. You have the power to make him listen. Although that one is a separate subject. You have the power to make him listen. He don't have choice. He have to listen to you. Yeah. He have to listen to you. Like me, for example, I'm very stubborn, but I do listen. Although Stephanie always complains sometimes, you don't listen, you are very stubborn. I listen, but I only listen when you come genuine way, when you come in a calm way, when you come so, I push you back. I don't care what you want to say. But when you come so calm, so gentle, simple, free, then you just get me. Then I will just listen. Yeah. So I thank you all for this evening. And I hope in future we will talk more about this, because there's a lot of things that contribute to a man being unproductive. I'm laughing at myself. I can't stop painting. Okay, I know what to do now. Tomorrow I have to go and paint. Okay. Unproductive men, their editorial, unproductive men, their wives loves them mostly. Yes. Unproductive men are most likely to have a woman who loves them so much. And the reason is because of the karmic connection between the woman and the man. And there's a lot to do with unproductive men. There's a lot. I've done a teaching about karmic relationship before. But for those who have not listened to that teaching, you can get this now before I go. Some women have energies that comes with them to life that is constantly fighting their men. And those energy will not even make the men be able to succeed or excel or grow. Subconsciously, the soul of the woman know this. So he keep on loving him. Because she might not know physically, but spiritually she know that this battle is deeper and bigger than this man. So there is a lot of things involved. When a man is with a woman and is becoming unproductive, we don't just leave the man. If he's alone, it's a different thing. But when he is with a woman who have everything to help him, to nurture him, to protect him, to guide him, because these are the duties of a woman, the spiritual duty of a woman. So when she's there and things is still not right, then there is work to do. Then there is work to do. Send me the karmic relationship link. Okay. I think it's on my YouTube channel, but I'll also send you the link. Yeah, I'll try and send you the link. Yes. Karmic relationship and reasons marriage don't work. That two teaching. Yes, reasons marriage don't work. That two teachings really talk so much about this area. So I wish you a nice day, and bye-bye for now. Thank you.